Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of How to Get Started in FS22. We'll get this all loaded up here and ready to go, and just like to thank everybody that came in and checked out the videos from the other day. Sorry I didn't stream anything yesterday, I was a little under the weather again. But today we're back, and what we're going to do today is we're going to have some fun on FS22 on Elm Creek map. We're going into the day 2 on how you should do things and pretty much how I do things. So I'm hoping everybody is enjoying it, and if you are, please hit the like. As you see, I don't hardly have any of my mods marked other than a couple that you can use on all platforms. If it is a mod that I use and I do mark it, I will let you know that it's PC only or if it's all platforms, just so you know. So today we're going to just jump right in. You are going to notice that the other day when I filmed this, I went to lunch, and when I came back, realized I forgot to shut the game down. So we did advance a little bit. Ain't no big deal, but it did kind of go into the next day a little bit. Take a drink of Monster there. You got to have a little bit of energy in order to stream. It seems like. Move the mic a little closer so you guys can hear me. Yep, seems like it's working pretty good. Alright, so now we're at 100% loaded in Elm Creek. Here we are on our farm. You're going to notice that it's 11:31, so since I goofed up there a little bit, I'm going to take and slow her down a little bit. And just till we get started off and see what we got to do. Here's our field of grass that we planted the other day. And we're hoping that this will make us a little bit of money. It's going to need another fertilizer state, so we'll go ahead and jump into the tractor with our fertilizer spreader here, and we will spread some fertilizer. Now you don't have to use this fertilizer. You use a fertilizer spreader, you can use one back, but we just got it for such a good price in the store. And that's like something else that we'll check out here in a second. We'll see if there's anything good for sale in the store, but we'll get this second fertilizer stake down. Now with grass work, there's several steps that you have to do in order to get it to be a good profitable crop. Instead of rolling it every time, you don't have to plow it up every time, but you do have to do what they call grass rolling it, and it doesn't take very much more time, and it eliminates the rolling and rock picking and all that, so you don't spend as much time on grass, but you get more harvest out of it, I think. So like I said, it's kind of a good money making crop. What we're going to do is we are going to mow this off and turn it into silage bales. So the day we mow it, we want to get it mowed first thing in the morning. That way the next day we can take and haul all this stuff off and get it sold off at the nearest place that buys silage bales. Something else we might look into today too is we might look into getting a loan to getting a little bit of extra money and get some extra land. So there we go, we got that one all. That one has all been fertilized, so we'll go ahead and detach that. We'll jump over here into our map, and this is what the normal map looks like. What I'm kind of looking for is maybe stuff like this little area here. You know, that looks like it has a lot of grass, or maybe even fields that have already been plowed, or if they even have crop in them, because we could take and sell a crop. So what we're looking for right now is I'm going to go ahead and just see what is there out there to harvest right now. So 3953 right next to us is ready to harvest. I'm thinking about this area here where 52 is. maybe purchase 52, 49, 48, and 47. And that will be a good starter spot for our farms. I don't think that I will go. I don't know what I'm going to go with them yet. Let's see what crops are in them fields first. So we got, looks like soybeans in that one. We won't be able to do anything with that right now. That's sugar beets. I don't have the money. We don't have the money to do sugar beets. So if we was to buy that, we'd have to plow it down. Um, so let's look at not ready to harvest, but plowed fields. So 48 is already plowed and 70 is already plowed. So let's go take a look at 48 and see what it looks like, which should be just right across the way here. Which will come down and go through the other way there. And go down, yep, and it doesn't have any crop on it at all right now. So if we wanted to, we could buy 48 and we can go ahead and plant it with some grass. And it doesn't look like we have to rock pick, so we won't have to spread any lime. But let's see what type of shape this field's in. No fertilizer. No, it looks like it has rocks. So we'd have to rock it and then probably lime it, I'm gonna bet. So let's take a look at our map. So we'll go over here to the soil composition. Turn everything off other than needs lime. And does it need lime? It doesn't say it needs lime. So we won't have to lime that one this time, but we will have to rock pick. Let's see how much that'll cost us. So here, 49,000 for that one. What's this one gonna cost us? That's 140. 56 and 64. Let's see how much more time we got to getting grass planted. So we can plant grass for all up until November. So, alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the main screen here. Get a full view of this. So, like I was just saying here, I am thinking about buying them couple fields so we can take and plant some grass and we can get some sunflowers off the one field. Because realistically, the only thing we can plant is wheat or barley. And we won't be able to harvest that all until next July, so we won't have any money coming in over the whole winter. So the best thing I could say is wait till March to plant these fields with something else, and we'll plant them with grass right now. And if we plant them with grass right now, we should be able to get two more harvests off of them. 2 to 3 months is usually how long it takes grass. We planted the one field up front in August, so by October, November, we should be harvesting some grass out of that, or silage bales out of that. So, I think what we'll do, and we'll get a crop, we'll get cash off of the sunflowers, and we'll get cash off of the soybean field. We'll have to plow under. Yeah, we'll plow in 47, but we'll go ahead and buy 47, 48, 49, and 52. Or we'll buy them 4 fields right there today. So we're going to have to take a little loan out. So what you have to do, just go over the little money. As you notice, we were $54,000 in the hole last month, which you're going to be in the red in your first couple months anyway. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to I'm going to borrow about 400,000. So I know it's a big hefty event, but we'll pay it back. If we have to, we'll start doing some contract work. That'll leave us where we can get oh. Now when you borrow money, it's in $5,000 increments, so I try paying it back as quickly as I can. So now we got $400,000 and we can purchase some land and maybe some straw equipment or silage equipment, which I think all we will need is a baler. They have the mower and a mower. We're gonna need a mower. I forgot about that. So we'll look at purchasing 52, and that's gonna give us some more grass area around the field, and I'll show you that. And we'll have to trim up some trees and stuff like that too. So that'll give us something to do today. So 52 selling for 140,000. We're gonna go ahead and buy that. We're gonna buy 49, which is 56. And we're gonna buy 48. And we'll buy 47. So that leaves us with $134,000 that we have left that we can sell. Left to buy some equipment. So what we'll do is we'll jump into the store. We'll check out our sales for today, man. There might be, and there ain't really nothing that we need in there. So what we're gonna need, we need a mower and we need a baler. So our mowers, there we go, right here. That's not a bad buy for, just a quick and easy mower if you don't have any big fields, in which we don't have any big fields right now. So we'll probably go with this one for now. Maybe bump it up later on. We do have this one, but that's 52,000. And we got the Pottinger, this one right here, which is only 13.5. And then we could buy, later on, we could buy the back part for it, which, I don't think this Pottinger will be a bad purchase right there at all. So we'll go ahead and get that. We'll buy that one up. And then we need to look at a baler. And if I can get a baler that wraps already, so what we got here, let's look at that one. Does it wrap? Nope, it doesn't wrap. So I'd like to get a baler that wraps, which looks like this one does. Yep, back. It does wrap. And then we're round bales. That's 78,000 though. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll do it in round bales. We'll put our, what else we could do too, we can go ahead, and if you want to, you can either have the option of buying it or you can lease it when you need it until you get some money up there, because we're going to need to buy a loader wagon to load these bales on. So I think what we'll do is we'll hold off on buying a baler. We'll just lease it when it comes time to lease it. And then maybe with the money that we make from our silage bales, we can get buy a baler for it. So that way we can buy a loader wagon, which bale loader wagon is somewhere around there. I know they are. Oh, right next to it. And this is the loader wagon, so we're gonna need 50,000 for that. So we'll just go ahead and buy that one for now, and we'll lease our baler out and let him maybe want to pop up on sale in the store. So we'll go ahead and buy that. And we'll grab the John Deere, and we'll head down. We'll do the field work on that field. We'll go ahead and plow up that other one, get them planted with grass seed today, which drops us down about 20,000, which that ain't too bad for right now. And I wanted to use the other John Deere. So we'll grab this John Deere and we'll run up to the store and get the wagon and that. If we need to, we still always have the option, and I do kind of recommend this when you're first starting out, to give you a little bit extra money so you can get the equipment and stuff that you need. Let's see if I have it downloaded yet. I know it's for all. We'll go underneath tools. Thanks, where it? No, it'll be decoration. Don't have them downloaded yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump out, and we are going to download a thing, our mod, real quick. I thought I already had it in here. Don't worry about the game going black. I'm just gonna download a mod real quick to help us out with a little bit of money. So what we'll do is I'll load up the game, reload it back up. Should see it popping up here anytime now. So there it is. So we're going to go over here in downloadable content, and what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and look in gameplay, because I think that's where they're at. I'm going to hit crossplay mods only, the government society signs. Now, yeah, I want the municipal society. So what this mod does is it's made by Realism Modding. What it does is you put down a government society sign. You can put it down and take it away anytime you want. But what it does, it's going to generate a certain amount of dollars for you per year. If you put the government society down, it'll put down 100 million a year. And if you put the municipal society, it'll put down $100,000 per year. So break that down, you're going to get an extra $50 or $60,000 a day or month for putting down one of these signs. Which that could help pay off our loan, and it can help us buy some other equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and install that real quick here. And this, some people call this a cheat thing, but I call it helping yourself out a little bit. Because as you see, you don't have a lot of equipment when you first start off, so you need a little bit of help. Now, if you keep this, if you put the government society sign down and you keep it on there for the whole time you're playing the game, really you're not getting any aspect out of it. What I use this for is a one-time help only. So I'll put the government society down, let it go for 1 or 2 months, and then I delete it. I take it off the map. That gives me enough money to get stuff up and rolling and going and chucking it away. Because you could spend 5 years before you would even start getting anything bigger on your farm if you did it the way I show you to do it. So a little bit of help in hand never hurts anybody. So let's jump back into the game now. It should be downloaded. It says it is. So we'll go back to the menu, go to our career, we'll go to our career save game, which is this one, and then we'll look for it in our mods. Now this mod is an all platform mod. As you see, I selected on the thing. So therefore, you can use it on all your mods. I do have several other little mods in here that could help out with making money and stuff like that, but I'm not going to turn them on because some of them are only PC only ones. So we'll go ahead and start up the map again. Like I said, you can use the government society sign for a couple months to help generate you a little bit of capital there, so you ain't going too far into debt and you ain't getting discouraged with yourself because you ain't making any money. But what this does is it's going to help you get equipment, get land, and get you started in a good little manner. Um, if you're not one of them type of people that like playing like that, then that's fine. You know, you don't have to do it. But what we're going to do is we're going to take, and I'm going to put one right here. So hit P, we'll go into our construction. Now we should have under production, decoration, plant, no, not animals, production, generators. So there's other types of ways that you can make money too on your farm, but they cost you. You know, you can put solar panels up, you can put cell phone antennas up, windmills, stuff like that. But see, with a large windmill, it costs you $750,000 to put it down, but it's also going to give you $67,000 a month. Small wind turbine, $155,000 is what it costs you, and it's going to give you $13,000 a month. The solar panels, you know, these are just stuff that get you a little bit of money here and there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take and put one, not owned by me, bullcrap, that's owned by me. That's fine. We'll take, I know I own this. Overlaps. So we'll just take and put one right there. And then I'm going to throw another one over here for right now. So we got two of them signs up. And just to kind of show you what it's going to do, I'm going to speed time up. We got 20 minutes till the hour. So we'll speed it up. There it goes. Did you see our money? It just jumped up to $720,000. So it gave us $700,000 to start off with. I'm gonna let it go one more hour, and then I'll shut them signs down, and I'll show you how to shut them down. That should give us about $1.4 million. That should be more than enough money to get us up and rolling and going and chucking along pretty decent. Now, like I said, this isn't for everybody, but if you want to use that method, there it is. And I do say that it is a good mod because, like I said, if you start learning out of money and you can't do things, you get bored with the game and you don't want to play it anymore. So I tell people, you know, you can download it and you can take it away just as soon as you put it on your map. You know, like we're only going to let it run for 2 hours. It's going to give us $1.4 million, and that should be more than enough money to get us by until we're up and running on our own. So that's one thing that you can do on there. And I think it's the easiest way to add money and take money away. Or you can't take money away. You just have to spend it. But I think it's the easiest way to do it and most economical way to do it, because if you go out, some farmers do use land grants and stuff like that. Well, they don't offer land grants in Farming Simulator, so this is the closest thing we have to land grants and everything else. So if we're turning our land into government land for a couple months, we're going to get paid for it. And that's usually what happens out in the real world. My grandfather did it for years. He sublet it out, 200 acres of land to the government. They paid him every year for it, and that's what he lived off of during the winter, was the money that he made off that government subsidy land. So, but knowing that stuff there is what kind of gets you a foot in the door. So now what we're going to do is we bought that land and everything else. What I want to go ahead and do right now is we're going to go ahead and pay back that loan that we got. So we're going to go ahead and repay it all back for right now. One thing we need to look forward to is we need to find a corn head for our combine, because we're going to have to harvest some sunflowers within the next month or two. So we'll go into the store here and I'll show you something that's really cool about FS22. So what you're going to do, click on here and click on your harvester. It's going to show you, see the C button down here, it says combinations. It's going to tell you what headers that you can use for your combine, and if the game has any headers for it. Some combines don't have a corn header. This one does, thankfully, and it also has a header that you can use for sunflowers. But the biggest thing you got to remember, why you don't want to waste a lot of money on buying a sunflower header when you might need a corn header later on to harvest some corn or something. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and purchase this corn header for our combine. And since we got the money right now, we're going to go ahead and purchase that baler. So we'll come down to the baler, and we wanted to go with the cloth, right? And we like, for this gameplay, we'll do black foil. And we ain't gonna put no license plates. We'll leave the wheels out. Leave all that the same unless you want to change it, if you're playing along with me at home. So there we go. We got our baler and that. So we're pretty much getting close to having all of our stuff up and going. And I might use some of the money that we get from, got to put a couple sheds in. Maybe we'll go ahead and take and put some beehives in. Maybe even some greenhouses, because we're going to need that stuff. So what we're going to need to do first is probably need to get on the combine, drop the header, and we'll run down and grab the new corn header that we just got. And pretty much I have it set up now for us that we can do any type of contract there is out there. Just so you know, because we can do harvesting contracts, we can do plowing. The planning contracts, I don't think we'll jump right into right away, but we'll see how we go from there. Now, I do want to show you one other thing with FS22. This does cost, but we have a workers AI menu now. So here's the vehicle that we're in. Say we want to go down to the store, which is right here. Okay. So we're going to set destination. And what I do is I just park it right out front, just to make sure that we're there. And we turn that arrow that way, and there it goes. Now the combine should go down to that destination, but like I said, it's activating a worker, so that worker is going to charge you to go down there. So just keep that in mind. It's going to cost you to use the AI menus. Now, once we start generating in some money on contracts, which I don't know if I'll get into that today with you, or if we'll start doing contract work tomorrow. Contract work is a good way of making some good cash. You can do it one of two ways. You can either do the contract through the game, or what you can do what they call field flipping. Now, I have a different way of doing my field flipping. I found out that if I just go in, buy the field, then sell the field back after I get the crop out of it, and no one will ever do anything else with it. But what I do is I go in and I buy the field, I harvest the crops, I sell them off because originally they wasn't mine, I'm just using them for money. And then I go in and I plow it and I take care of it, and then once I sell it back, it's ready to be sowed or planted. So that way I can have that contract to get paid to sow it. So you can keep generating money off of the field, but you're really not cheating, I guess is the way to say it. It is a form of cheating, yes. It's kind of up in air on if that is a form of cheating or not. And no, I'm not trying to tell you how to cheat or anything else like that, but I am trying to show you different ways that you can make money and establish a farm. So now if we look, our combine's right out front of the store, and our worker has gave back to us. So now we can go get our corn head here. I do not know why we have to. Well, we'll sell one of them back. I must hit the button twice. Didn't realize that. So. Well, we'll take the corn header back down to their field or to our farm. I need to run and grab something to drink. I'll be right back. Watch the combine, make sure it doesn't go off the road. Okay, I'm back. I got this terrible cold that's like kicked in the last 48 hours and kind of whooping my butt. I feel really good today. I need to take some medicine here in a little bit, but other than that, I feel a lot better than I have been feeling. And if you do notice, I don't have my webcam on the big when I have the game blown out. I just want you to see all aspects of the screen. What if it does? Maria, what do you mean by that? They didn't even know anybody was in here. They didn't even pop up saying somebody was here. But how you doing, Maria? So what if it does what? I bet she's meaning about the cheating thing. But anyway, welcome to the stream, Maria. Glad to see you in here. Oh, and we might take and use some of this government society. Well, if the combine runs off the road, Maria, I need you to jump in the combine, put it back on the road for me if you could. Only you would think. What we might do is put a shed up or something here so we can put the rest of our equipment away. And I'm not really worried about that yet. Well, that's cool. I had a pretty good event happen last night to me. I was watching one of my fellow YouTubers, and he was doing a stream where he was trying to get to 1,000K subscribers. So one of the other guys said that, if you got 50 likes, he had to propose to his girlfriend. And if he got 1,000 subscribers and 50 likes, that he had to get proposed to his girlfriend in a bikini on Sunday during his 1,000K live stream. So during all this, I'll go ahead and say their names: Tactical Farmer and 4B Gaming. Them two guys are great guys. If you guys ever get a chance to watch any of their streams, check them out. They're great. But anyway, Tactical ended up getting 1,000K streamers or subscriptions and 50 likes. In fact, I think he got over 100 likes, which is really awesome for him because he does a good job at what he does. And but they decided to go ahead and have everybody that was young and new, such as myself, come into the stream and post our link to our pages, and had anybody that wanted to go check us out and like us to like us. Well, thanks to Tactical Farmer and 4B, I got 7 more subscribers to my channel, which I am greatly appreciative of. And just kind of made us little guys feel good. So I just want to say the Tactical and 4B, thanks a lot for everything that you guys have done for us little guys. And keep up the good work, and we'll keep following you. So back to what we're doing. We're going to go grab the rest of our equipment. But yeah, Maria, I got 7 more subscribers last night. Thanks to them guys. It was a good night. I was going to stream late last night, but they were doing that, and it was so interesting to watch because I wanted to see if Tactical hit it, and he did, so now I guess on Sunday he gets to propose. Oh, and the other cool thing, 4B and all the other guys on the stream put money in together to help Tactical with getting an engagement ring for his girlfriend. So that was kind of cool. So if you guys want to, you can go over and check out that stream. And that was a pretty good stream. And thank you, Maria. Guy, I missed my little nephew last night. Did he get in trouble? I was waiting for him to send me a message. He kept looking at Nicole. So we get this mower picked up. And baler. Hell, maybe he'll be able to play tonight or something. I know one of these days, me and my nephew, we're going to stream our gameplay. Little kid loves Fortnite, and so I play with him for about an hour, 2 hours every night. And he keeps asking me, are we ever going to stream? So I think one of these days I'm going to throw 1 or 2 streams up here on this channel and of showing me and him playing together. Just to give kind of a little bit of a different variety into this channel. I'll tell you what though, that little kid, I can't keep track of him. He's all over the place on that map. This makes me laugh. That's my little buddy though. My little gaming buddy. My boys are too old now. They don't like playing Dad's video games. That's cool. Glad he'll be able to play tonight. That'll make him happy. It's a Friday night too, so he can play later. I might have to get all my YouTube work done before he gets out of school. I am going to be coming out with some more how-to videos. I'm doing some research on a couple of them right now, so we'll see where that is. So you go ahead and drop a baler, and then switch over to my mower, switch that. This little John Deere tractor here is pretty nice too. It works good with a loader. I don't have a loader because I don't need one quite yet. I got them bale loading wagons up there. But my little yard here is starting to get kind of full. So, first thing I want to do now, I know we can't mow that field. I do know we have to pick this field across the creek, and we have to plow 2 of the fields. So let's go ahead and get in the bigger tractor here, and more than likely I'll probably turn this gameplay into John Deere's, but I'm a Case guy. I kind of been wanting, they're coming out with a lot of Massey, so I've been kind of wanting to check those out too. But first I'm going to go ahead and plow. I thought I had the plow down over here. We'll go hook up to the plow and we'll head over and we'll plow them sugar beets. I hate to do it, but just right now we don't have the money or the time to do the sugar beets because that'll take forever. And I know a lot of people think I'm kind of stupid for taking and putting all grass in, but realistically I can get more money off of grass, and I don't have no animals right now, and I'm not planning on starting an animal. And I recommend, if you're just starting off, I wouldn't start off doing animals until your second, third year. Once you get a good crop base and your farm all established. You'll see what we're going to do right here is I'm going to connect these two fields together. So what we'll do now is we'll take, if you turn on your help menu, it'll say up here underneath Y, allow to create fields, hit that, and you drop this down, and you can create a field. And I'm trying, doing this the best without my GPS. So, I don't know if, I don't think GPS will ever be available for console players because it's a script program. Just to answer that question before it comes out. So, but with this plow here, it does make it a little easier to plow in straight line, and since you do have square fields, it makes it so much better. The fields you start kind of getting messed up on is when you start going in at angles and stuff like that, and it just kind of makes it difficult. And like I said, we'll get this all plowed up, and I might go ahead and buy that other rock picker too, since we got some more extra money coming in. But well, if you're coming in the stream, don't forget to hit that like button. And I can't see who's liked and that, how many people are watching and anything else like that. But if you are in here and you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. If you're a subscriber, don't forget to hit that little bell so you'll get notifications when I do stream or post a video here on YouTube. That way you don't miss out on anything. But this field here was sugar beets, and the reason why I'm plowing it up is I do like doing sugar beets. We just don't have the equipment and the money and the time. It takes a little while to do some sugar beets. We might go ahead and later on put another sugar beet field in. See how I missed that edge? That's what you got to kind of watch out for. So we'll go back in. Excuse me. We'll come back in here and we'll touch that up real quick here. See, sometimes your tractor doesn't go true, so you'll leave a rooster tail, or as Clutch would say, a Gertie strip. But, and you see it all the way around. That's why I like my GPS. It doesn't, it lets me know when I get off track. But like I said, at least we caught it early, and this is a small field, so. And we'll do the same thing on this little run down this way. Once you get out into the middle, it ain't as bad, and sometimes you get it. The grass looks like the crop too, so just gotta watch that. I guess I might take a look at this new map that came out today. They say it's just like an American map, but all open and you can pretty much do whatever you want. I kind of like maps like that. That's why I like No Man's Land so much. And I'll play on that No Man's Land forever, but I like Alien Jim too. He has a couple other maps from FS19 that I liked when it was out. But this new map came out today. You're supposed to be able to do whatever you want to do and design it however you want. And it's kind of struck my imagination a little bit, because if I want, you can pretty much build a whole working area on that one map, which I think sounds kind of cool. I'm also a firm believer you don't ever go back down without doing something. So we'll go ahead and plow this little side up here. I won't have to. Yeah, I think this will give us a nice little grass field too. Like I said, if they started us off in January or something like that, or even in March and peak planting season, then it would be a kind of a different scenario. But now the only crops I can plant, I'll have to wait a whole entire year in order for you to get crops. So I've done a little bit of research on some of my other farms, and I've noticed that grass, you can harvest it every 2 or 3 months, depending on, and you can harvest it as early as 2 months. 3 months is when it starts turning yellow tips, and I'll show you what it looks like when you should harvest it. But if you get down into the crunch where you're needing some cash, you know, like I said, there you go. You mow it every 2 months, bale it up, and then go sell. Now, sure, you might not get as good as yield off of it, but it's still better than none. The government society signs that I posted, I already went over that whole big spiel with you and stuff like that. That's just going to kind of help us out a little bit. Like I said, we'll use it for an hour or two, maybe 3 at the most, and then I'll show you how to take them off the map. So we're back to normal. But they give you one field when you first start off, and it's the smallest field on the map. You're only going to get $800 for harvesting it. Then you got to go a whole nother year off of that $800. Yes, you can go do the contract work and stuff like that. But here, I'll show you. Your contracts. This is the value of your contracts. Okay, say if I want to do this cultivating job, which right now, I only have a 9 meter or a 6 meter plow. They're going to want me to go do 31, and they're going to pay me $7,000 for that. So if we look at the map, field 31's right here, which that ain't too bad of a size field, and we could probably make a little bit of money off of that. But you have to do so much in order to get more equipment. And if you take and you lease things off, that costs you money too. So I don't see if they're not going to start us off with a couple fields that have crop in them, I don't see nothing wrong with using the government society signs. Subsidy signs. It's a little help to boost us up a little bit. You know, like I said, if you're one of the type of players that's going to continuously use it and everything else, and that's up to you, then that's fine. But like my gameplay, I don't use them the whole time. I don't have them running in the background because I like to see how I can get my farm. And usually I won't use them anytime after my first year. And you only utilize them once, probably, if that. So, but then, like I said, there's other ways of making money. There isn't too many trees on this map. So you really can't do a lot of forestry work. You can do a little bit, but you ain't going to do enough to make a lot of money off of it. You got grass work, which you can, there's some good waterways and some good open areas that you can do grass. But you have to buy that land in order to get it. And land ain't really that cheap. So if you can use the government subsidy sign to get you a couple of plots of land, some equipment, and then that should be a good start for you. Because if not, you're going to be sitting there doing contracts every day and barely make over $100,000 at the end of the year. You get to keep a little bit of the crop on the harvesting contracts, but the biggest thing is you got such a small harvester that some of these fields are huge, and it'll take you almost a whole day to do that. So, with my recommendation, and what I suggest to do is download the government subsidy sign, let it run for a couple hours, 3 hours at the most. And that should give you more than enough money. That'll give you enough money if you need to buy a new combine or new equipment or something like that. But I would try using the equipment that you have. Once your harvesting contracts come up that are big payouts, then go ahead and go for them. And that'll get you by. And that'll get you a good start off, anyway, at least, and you ain't even starting off in the hole. I remember when FS22 first came out, they didn't have any. You didn't have no government society signs. In fact, I think the first mod that came out for the game was government society signs. So, because everybody was playing, but they did find there is a way to cheat in money another way. I'm not 100% sure if it works on console or not, but it's by using the multiplayer. If you want to know how to do that, I don't know how to do it, so I'd look it up on YouTube. If you want me to, I can post a video on how to do it. I'll have to do a little bit of research. I can't remember all. I think you use the multiplayer and then set it up and then switch it over to single player, stuff of that nature. So, but yeah, it's kind of a realistic thing, I try utilizing things on the game, on my normal gameplay. I try utilizing things and I try to make my farm self-sufficient where I don't have to spend money on the little things, such as lime, fertilizer, seed, TMR and all that stuff. I try making it all myself, and I've seen time in and time out again watching guys on YouTube that they'll sit there and they'll run for 2-3 years on the game and still hardly making any money. So what I've came up with is this way, is I go in and I kind of evaluate, well, if they're going to start me off in August, what crop can I get the most out of? I know I'm not going to be able to afford a cow barn anytime soon. Chicken barns I might be able to, so I might need to have some wheat growing, which I have a couple extra fields that I can utilize for crop growth, and which I'm going to do, and I'll show you. So coming in and making sure that all your what crops are going to be the most beneficial for you in your first couple years is a good thing to do, and I went over that the other day in the very first video of this series. And just so everybody knows, I haven't gave up on the county line. I've just been not feeling very well this week. I tried doing a video the other night, and sitting there, I wasn't feeling up to par. So I do apologize for that. We'll get back to county line. I don't know if we'll do it tonight or not. We might. I gotta wait and see what Mrs. Bonehead wants to do and what my nephew wants to do. But so Maria, is Nick still farming away? Heard he got his car back. Well, that's good news for you guys. Dang, Jessica. There we go. Now we got this field all ready to go. Now we can rock pick. I am going to do one thing, though. I am going to get rid of this other rock picker that we have. I hate that thing with a passion. It sucks. Well, that's good news. I'm glad to hear that. That'll help you guys out quite a bit. And I'm glad he's liking Farm Sim. Might have to see about getting him FS22 or something, maybe. Then he can come on. If he gets FS22, we can start up multiplayer, and we can play and stream together, or even just stream off camera. See, I can't play with him on FS20 or FS17 because he plays on console, and they don't have crossplay on that one that I know of. So if anybody's out there and I'm wrong on that, let me know. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up this. I know this is a stupid buy, but this thing works so much better. So we'll go up here and get it from the store. So look at our grass. It's growing pretty good right there. Here in a little bit, we should be getting some more money coming from our signs. Yeah, heck, even during the day, you could start up a farm and run with me. I don't know. I found that this game is so relaxing, and yeah, I've been playing it hard for, well, let's just say FS22 came out, what, November? You know, I've got almost 500 hours put in already on this game. Tell you the amazing thing is I finally got my chat working, and so now I can see when everybody's chatting me and stuff. Now I just need to figure out how to get my alerts going in and let me know when I got a like and stuff like that. But I'm not really too worried about the likes and subscribers and stuff like that. I'm just here to have fun, show everybody what I do. Hence, that's why you don't see a link for any money or anything like that. I figured people want to donate, you know, they can donate to somebody that needs it. I don't really need it quite yet. But this rock picker here does so much better. We'll sell off the other rock picker that we have, the one that I was cussing out the other day during that stream, because that was just ridiculous. I don't like them rock pickers at all. And now I see why they're so cheap. And I think I'm going to make a roadway down this way, connecting to this little walking path. Wish I could take that fence out. There's our old one right there. We'll just get rid of that one later on. So what we'll do is we'll just do a couple headlands on this side. Unfold this bad boy. There you go. Drop her down. Then we'll get this field planted. Then we'll move on to the next field that we're gonna work. I'm not gonna plow down the sunflowers because that'll give us a little bit of extra money. So I don't want to do that quite yet. And like I said the other day when we started this off, I like to own all these fields right here in this little back chunk of land. A lot of the guys have turned this area right here that we're working into their own private field. Well, that's where their farm is at. Well, my farm's gonna stay up front. Just so everybody knows, I like that area up there. So doesn't look like we're getting too much rock off of this, so that's not bad. But like I said, you can use the rock later on to make and I do know that you can use the rock crusher to make lime on all platforms. So we will probably download that on off screen, and I'll show you how to use that to make. And I will set that up as our very first production, because you can also sell off the lime if you need to for money. And you won't make a lot, but it give you a little bit. Like I said, though, these government subsidy signs are going to help out right now, generate us some money for today. Like I said, I'll shut them off here in a little while, and we should be set to get going pretty decent. Probably one of the biggest things that we're going to need to look into maybe getting here later on. I think our tractors are pretty good for right now, for the first year. We might look into later on getting a better grain cart or grain wagon, because I don't like that wagon at all. And maybe a new harvester, a little bit bigger, a little bit more powerful harvester. So and probably as soon as I get this field done, we'll probably speed time up a little bit. I don't know quite yet. Now, just so you know, you can mow all around these fields here and get grass. That works out pretty decent too. You can get yourself a silage bunker to make the silage that way too, and I'll show you that. But this is kind of a basic thing to do. I like the rock picking with this rock picker. The other one, it's just horrible. I don't recommend using it. It's kind of worth spending the money on this one if you have it. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of neat to start up a series with Nick and take and run like a multiplayer farm. Excuse me. And to be all honest with you guys, this is kind of my first time playing on this map. Since the game's been out, I didn't start off on this one at all. I started off on the France map, I do believe it was. Or Barillon, or yeah, I can't even pronounce it, so it ain't country. I don't know how to say it. But I think this one goes a little faster because I think it's got a little bit bigger of a width to get it done. This tractor doesn't have too sharp of a turn. I wonder if the other one turns a little sharp. We'll just use this one for now, but next time we'll probably use the other tractor. It has probably a little sharper turning radius on it. I don't know. Good thing I don't have crop destruction on, huh? I don't know about everybody else, but I am excited that it's the weekend. Don't know why. Every day's like the weekend to me right now. Unless it snows. And once it snows, I start working. Let me get this. Feel it all picked. See, it's going a lot quicker. And see, I do, if you guys watched any of my county line playing, them big fields, they take a little bit longer, and I feel bad because there's a lot of dead air and dead space there, but, you know, I'm working on getting some film editing programs so I can, well, you just have to be a thorn in my side for next week, huh? Now, aren't you, Maria? Saying it's gonna snow. I hope it snows overnight, and then that way I can plow snow during the day, because that's a lot better than at night. And during the weekdays, that would be nice, because the last 2 times it snowed, it's been on the weekend, and I've lost my whole weekend. Just in case everybody doesn't know, I have my own business. And it's actually called Bonehead Inc. And it's a finishing business. I'm hired by a contractor I'm contracted out all my finishing work in the summertime. And if you don't know what finishing work is, finishing work for lawn care is where you either do edging, weed eating, shrubs, all that stuff like that. They go in and mow it, and I go in and make it look good. So, and then in the wintertime, I help out with snow removal. He takes and runs the big equipment, and I run the small stuff. So, yeah, I know that's just because the weather changes so frequently here. It's not even funny. You know, just like the last snowstorm, we were only supposed to get 3 inches of snow, and we ended up getting 6. So instead of being a 8-hour workday, it turned out to be a 14-hour workday. Well, after we get done picking these rocks, I'll have to re-look again and make sure that these fields doesn't need lime on them. If they need lime, we'll spread some lime, and we're getting ready to get our second loan or paycheck from the government. Looks like there it is. Up to 826. We'll let it go one more hour. At 2 o'clock, I'll shut the signs down. That should give us more than enough money to get things up and going. Like I said, I'll show you how to shut them down and go from there. So good old rock picking. Seems like that's all I do on live streams anymore is rock picking. That's alright, it's got to be done. And we'll probably, towards the end of the stream today, we'll probably go in and try cleaning up some trees and stuff like that to make better drive lanes and everything else, so we can get around these fields, since I combined these two fields together here. Something else that we might look at is greenhouses. Maybe trying to put in a couple greenhouses or something. Doing too bad though, if I had to say so myself. Around there. Yeah, see, out of these two fields here, we're only gotten so far almost 800,000 or 800 liters of rock. So we're not really getting a lot of rock off these fields, so it might not be profitable to rock pick them. But we'll go ahead and do it anyway. How we doing there, Big E? Thanks for stopping in today. Really appreciate you stopping in here. I'm doing pretty good today. Just kind of doing a little video on how to get started up here on Elm Creek. Glad you could catch it too. I started following you too. Big E's one of the guys that came over from Tactical Farming stream last night and liked me. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. I went and liked and followed you too. And just like did you watch all that stream last night over on Tacticals? Well, I'll have to catch you tonight. There, Big E. I'll stop in and say hi and watch you for a little while. I will say this, I did check out some of your content. I haven't watched everything yet, but what I've seen looks pretty good. Okay, so now we got this field all rock picked. What we'll do is we'll jump back in the tractor, we'll head back, fold this up. I'm just going to park it. I'm not going to unload it right now because I want to show you. I see. Yeah, I ended up staying up till, I think it was after 1 o'clock. I just think it was pretty amazing. And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Yeah, he cleared 1K. Then he went and woke her up and brought her out. No problem. I can come and help you out too. You know, you help me out, so I really appreciate it. You'll be on at 7. Okay. I will set a reminder to. Well, my reminders are all set, so but I'll put it in there that you're gonna be streaming at that time. Anybody else is in my stream, make sure you go check out Big E Farming. He's got some good content on there. So yeah, it was awesome. I really thought that the community came together real well for that. That was a great thing that happened last night. Kind of makes you feel proud that you're a part of this community, even if you are just starting out. So we'll detach this and we'll go grab. I want to go see if we need to fertilize that or lime it first. So let's see here. I'll see if I can get some of the little boneheads to come along and watch it too tonight. Throw a like in there for you and a follow. Don't have many, but we'll see if I can get some of them to come over. So we'll go over here to our soil composition. I'm just going to turn on lime. Needs lime. Just to see if that field that I just done up needs lime. And it just has that one little spot that needs lime. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. And liming it, that's kind of a waste of time there, I think. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and plant it. Yeah, this is my first time playing on Elm Creek. I went to Hope Berry Lawn the first time because everybody else was jumping onto this map. So I went over there and played that. I played probably 100 hours on that map. Really liked it until No Man's Land came out. So I figured I had a couple people wanting to know how to get started in FS22. So I started up this live stream series, and I figured that I can get more done in a live stream than trying to do little 40-minute videos. But yeah, so far I like it. It's a nice map, and got just the right amount of size of fields, different varieties and stuff like that. So got a good little layout. Okay, so now we don't need. Like I said, I'm not gonna worry about this little bit of lime in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into our planter, and we're gonna go ahead and plant some grass. So we'll grab the little John Deere and grab the planter. I don't have a big planter, but that's alright for right now. So got grass in there still. I shouldn't. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and reload up on some grass here. I got seed out somewhere here. Yep, there it is. Yeah, I know my farmyard's a mess. I haven't got any sheds built up yet, so. In case you guys didn't know that, you can, with a seeder, you can pull up next to it and hit your R button and it'll fill it up for you. You don't have to pick it up and hold it over it or anything like that. So, or you don't have to get a loader tractor and that's kind of nice little feature about FS22. That way you don't have to buy the loader or I think after this time planning we might go look at buying a new planter, a new seeder anyway. So we'll drop on folder and we'll drop her down and do our headlands. So if you guys are transitioning over from FS19 to FS22, there's a lot of cool new features about FS22 that you're going to notice and stuff like that. So if you ever have any questions and you feel the need that you need to ask it, just ask it. You can send me an email on my email. That email is just for my gameplay stuff, so I check it regularly. I just started trying to play around with course play yesterday. I'm still trying to learn it, and once I get it learned down, I'll probably play with it more. Cause in FS19 I played with it all the time, but it seems like there's still some bugs in it and stuff like that. I watched cell phone loading combines are awesome and works great. Huh. Yeah, like I said, I'm still trying to check into it and see what it's like. I watched a farm sim guy yesterday. He was doing potatoes and his guy kept veering off everywhere and stuff like that, but they said it was because of the shape of the field. So I had the same issue. I was trying to spread lime on a field and he missed half the field and said he was done. Like skipped over like half of the charting on it. So I'm still I don't know if it was something I did wrong or so. I'm been watching a couple videos here and there trying to fine tune it and tweak it out. You used to be able to do that with the old course play, right? Where you had to unload the combine into the wagon and stuff. I can't remember if you could or not. Just so everybody knows, Course Play is kind of an AI worker program that helps the AI workers out a lot better and do a lot better job. Yeah, I do know it's a script program, so I think it's only for PC and PC only. That sounds like a great idea. I'll hit you up later. And maybe we'll put something together, put it on the books to do a stream together. But thanks for coming in and checking me out. I really appreciate it. I'll see you around 7 o'clock tonight. Raise this up and get this grass. Yeah, You know what? I'm thinking really about going and getting a bigger planter. I think it's gonna take forever to do this. So let's do that. Let's go grab a bigger planter or a seeder, not a planter. And we'll sell this off later. Okay, so we'll go in the store. We'll go down to seeders, see what we got. That's a little bigger. I think we're gonna go with this Pottinger right here. Yep, looks like about the best for us. Let's make sure that, yeah, it does grass. Okay, so we're gonna, whoop, we'll go ahead and purchase that Pottinger. It's 109,000. We got enough to do it right now, so buy. And that'll help speed up time. That, so we'll have to run up and grab it real quick here and fill her up. This tractor seems like it goes a little faster than the other one. I don't think it has as much power as the other one, but it goes a little faster. So you know, might be, if I want to keep buying stuff, it might be a wise thing to get the store deliveries. Hopefully this tractor will pull out. Oh yeah, she's got her. Maybe. Oh yeah. She'll get her. I did use this planter a lot, so. And this one fertilizes too, so. Which is a plus. I won't have to go back through and do a fertilizer state. Get her down here to the farm and get her filled up, get some grass planted, and we'll go that route. Nice looking little tractor. Pull up next to the seed and see if I can't get. Yeah, there it goes. So we'll fill up with seed. I'm going to switch it over to grass. 761 in there right now. We'll put some fertilizer in it. I think the fertilizer, we might have used all our fertilizer. Huh. I don't think we did. There's seed. That's lime. So maybe we did. So, well, let's see one thing if we have it. Tire ground back down to the silos. 82 Studios came out with a bin, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's in the containers. No, So we might have to put one of these down. And that's liquid. This is, so we'll put this one down here. So we don't have to keep driving up and forth for our fertilizer. So go over here and fill it up with fertilizer. Yeah, I know you're empty. Solid fertilizer. Yep. Buy it. So there we go. We got the fertilizer. We'll load up the planter with the rest of the seed to get it off the ground. And she's full already. Okay. So we'll back out of here nice and easy. Don't run into anything. It's the one that came with the map there, Big E, 7810 John Deere. It's the one you first start off with. I haven't traded anything for it yet. I haven't moved into any bigger tractors or anything, just whatever the game came with. This is only our second day on this map, so let's see here. Open up. Okay, so it should be open. Oh, must have to hit that just right. There it goes. Yeah, I don't mind it so far. For a little tractor, it ain't doing too bad. I haven't used the Massey at all. I've been seeing that they were dropping Masseys in the mod hub, and I've been thinking about doing a couple Masseys, but I haven't got them yet. Then we'll close that up, and we'll go over and start doing some planting. Hopefully this bigger planter will get done a little quicker. If I don't run into the bend. And I ran into the bend. Come on, old girl. You can get her. Spin her out. There we go. Might have to get a little bit. Nah, they're doing pretty good. So we'll go ahead and replant right here. Unfold. And do our headland round. And got her drop down, ready to go. Giving it all she's got. Might end up having to buy a bigger tractor. Might see. It seems like it's doing alright now. Raise that up. And the good thing is that crop destruction shut off. Because for some reason I always find my way into another field. Well, back to what I was saying is we'll get this field all planted with grass, and that'll give us a good little money maker for over the winter. We can make silage bales and stuff like that. I won't put any more grass fields in. I'll use the other two fields that we have right now. We'll harvest them out and then we will probably plant a crop, grain crop maybe, in them. There we go. I don't think I'll get this big thing spun around right there. Oh, look at that. We can chase a deer with a deer. Get it? Oh. Come in and do this headland. Back her up. Not too bad for doing it on a keyboard. Alright, Biggie. Get this backed up a little bit. Turn around. Alright. We'll come out a little bit so I can see a little better to back up. There we go, we got our 2 turnarounds done up. So I usually do 2 passes for the end rows at the very end. That way where I'm going to turn around at. That way it's a little bit easier to do. And if I do decide to hire a worker, I will let them go that way. It gives them a spot to turn around at. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to hire a worker, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, Biggie. So, hired worker, he's going to finish this field off. We're going to jump over and maybe check about putting in what we can put in the other field after we harvest it. So, right now we own 52, which I think it has soybeans in it. So, let's see here. And it's got a little ways yet to go before it's ready to be harvested. So, a worker will finish. We got grass in this one and grass in that one. That should be enough silage bales to make us a little bit of money off of. Looks like next field will be ready to go. Will be 49. So we'll probably take and put, if it's sunflower, should be ready to go next month. So what we'll probably end up doing is going ahead and throwing some wheat in there in that field and the soybean field, because I think soybeans will be ready to harvest next month too. So the soybeans should be good to go either in October or November, so we should be able to harvest them, make a little bit of money off of them too. So another thing that we can do to make money is greenhouses. If you guys have never seen how do you do greenhouses, it's really simple. It's probably one of the simplest production chains there is on the game. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hop out of this tractor here, take off running across the field. And he isn't blocked by an object. So we'll let Freddie get his job done over there. Kind of look at an area maybe we can put 1 or 2 greenhouses in. And I'm thinking right here where the old barn was might be a good spot to put a couple. So let's go ahead and look into that. Go into construction, come over here to your production. You should see a tab for greenhouses. So you can put in a small greenhouse, which is 3,000. You can put in a medium-sized greenhouse, which is 5,000, or you can put in a large greenhouse for 10,000, which I think we might put 2 large greenhouses in and kind of see how they work out for us. Which we'll go ahead and put one right there. I think that'll work. And then we'll put another one in. Collides with player. Well, maybe I need to move myself. So I'm out of the way now, so now we can get in there and put that other greenhouse in. So we'll go into production and underneath your greenhouse and a large one, and we'll just go ahead and put it right there in the line. Now the only thing that you need to buy for this will be a water tank or a water supply. We can buy a water tank and haul water if we need to, but that'll come here in a little bit. Like I said, I want to turn this area into our farm barn, put a couple sheds up, maybe one here on this back side for right now. So, and I don't want to lose that road. So right now we'll move the equipment out to the main road here, and we'll purchase a couple lean-to barns to put our equipment away in so it doesn't look so tacky out here. And we'll fold that up too. We don't need to have it unfolded right now. And the stuff I'm going to sell off will run down to the sell barn, or we'll just sell them from here at the farm. So we'll take and put him there for now. We'll grab our mower and baler at the same time. And we'll move them out so we can do some construction work here. And then I'll get and that's kind of another good thing about having them government subsidy signs on. Yeah, I've been sick off and on all week. I caught something on Monday and kind of put me down and out, and then I tried doing some streaming the other day and some videos, and it wasn't working for me. I couldn't sit here long enough. Today's actually my first day where I felt real good about things. Got a little bit of a cough still, but I'm taking medicine for that. That's why I have to keep jumping up. I have to go get cough drops. Yeah, here in my town, we've had like a bad string of the flu going around. My wife got it last week, and then she passed it on to me. So we'll park them there. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been felt that bad in a while. You know, the C word test came back negative, so I didn't have that. So the doctor said that with my diabetes, that it might have made it a little bit worse than what it was for my wife. But guys, as you see, your farm will slowly start taking shape and form, and the stuff that I've told you that you could use to help it out a little bit and speed up the process a little bit it's up to you if you want to use them government signs. Like I said, I'm only going to use them for 3 hours, no more than 4, and that'll probably be the last bit of time you'll ever see them on the farm. And that's just to kind of get things set up for me. Like I said, that's the one thing about Farm Sim I kind of disagree with a little bit, that if they're going to start you off in August, I think they should start you off with more fields than one field that has only 800 liters of wheat in it. So that kind of helps out a little bit, and the way I look at it, and I said it before earlier in the stream, that my grandfather, he farmed forever, and he used government programs and stuff like that. So therefore I don't really see it as a way of cheating or anything else like that. But I think if you leave it on all the time, then you ain't going to get the real enjoyment of the game. But like I said, it's up to you guys if you want to use that. I showed it to you guys, and you guys can go from there. So we almost got all the equipment out of our new yard. Let's jump over to this tractor, get this out of there. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. This ain't a bad tractor either. The only thing is I don't like all the manual shifting. Not a big fan of that. So we'll jump over to the combine. Park it right here. Whoop, whoop. So now we'll get these seed crates out of the way, and I am using the lumberjack mod so I can have super strength. I don't. I like using the lumberjack mod. It's one of the mods I prefer to use. So, just so everybody knows. And it ain't really because it's easier. It's just I have a hard time using the logging equipment, and I'm getting better. I'm getting real good with my telehandler skills. So you might see a telehandler come on here once we can afford one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump up, have my guy over here, and we're going to lay down some concrete. I hired some guys from down the road. They're going to come in and put a concrete pad in right here for us. So what we're going to do is landscaping. And what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to make sure that it's all flat. And I recommend that before you ever do any landscaping that you start off with making sure that your land is flat. And I want to base it off of this right here. So we will just slowly hold on to it and kind of go like so. And just where this little square is where we're going to have our farmyard at, or machine yard. And we'll go like so. And then what I will do is we'll go into painting, and we are going to put in some concrete. Make that square a little bigger. And we'll just go like so. There. And then I'm going to run it all the way from that road right there. I don't want to lose my little pathway to the fields. So there's that. And there's that. I'll switch it over to the circle. And we'll go ahead and put some gravel in right here. Connecting into that stuff. Just like so. Boom. Of course, this all should be connected in, so we should be good there. So there's a concrete pad that they came in and put in for us, which we'll deduct some money for that here in a little bit. So now I will go in and find some buildings for us. Now they come with the game, and I really like them. They do what I need it to do, and there ain't nothing special about them. So, but we'll put one of these right here, and I'll make sure I don't go onto that path, and I'll leave that other little path there for us. So we got that one there, and then I'm gonna put another one off over here. And I want to see what it looks like. So if we put it right there, we should be good. So there. So now we got two little barns. Oh, what the heck is going on in there? Why are we all bumpy? Well, we're gonna have to fix that real quick. And my guy's in the way. So we'll stand right here, and then we'll get all that fixed up here. See. construction. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smooth it out. I think that'll work. And hopefully. And we'll make this a little bigger. That'll work. So now we'll soften all this up. Hopefully that'll work. Not, I'll come back in and flatten it out here after a little while. I don't think it's going to work. We'll flatten it out. So I'm going to pick this spot right here as our judge. And that's what we'll do is maybe I was going over it too fast. And we'll get her all smooth. So, oh, I kind of sunk that all down, didn't it? I don't know if I like that. Let's see how she looks now. Might have a little bit of a hump to go up into this far one, but that looks a lot better. Oh yeah. We'll just have to soften this out in front here now. And that should be good. Let's go over to see what our worker's doing. He might be done. Yeah, of course. He couldn't finish that one little bit. That's Freddy for you. Let's go ahead and finish this off so it's all planted and fertilized and ready to go. We might have to come back in and roll it. Oh, hey. Come on, bonehead, you gotta turn it on. So there we go. We'll finish this field off and plant it. I don't understand why he didn't want to do that, but that's him. Like I said, we probably won't. Might connect that sunflower field to this one and turn it all into one big field at a later point in time. But for right now, we might just wait and see. Maybe after this first year. Well, thanks, Big E. Like I said, I'm feeling a lot better today than I was yesterday. So, there we go. We're all planning. Fold it up. We'll take this back over to the yard and put it away. Which I think our farmyard's looking pretty decent. We'll see how bad that little hump is right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gave her too much gas. And you guys will probably laugh about my backing up skills, but I'm trying here. You never know that I back a boat up all the time in the summertime watching this. Tell you what, I'm about ready for the spring. I'm ready to do some fishing and get out there on the river. But what that means is when I can start fishing again, means I have to start working again. Which I don't mind. It's not a bad job at all. Was a welder for 10 years for a farm machinery company, implement company, and I had my toll with that place. So I got an opportunity to do this job that I'm doing now, and it's working out pretty good. just a little over 2 hours on the stream. I'll probably call this stream done about 3 o'clock because the little boneheads will be getting in here soon, and they don't pay attention when Dad is streaming. They think they gotta ask 9 million questions. Alright, so now we'll take and put the combine away. And I think the only thing we'll have left to purchase will be maybe I want to get a better grain wagon. And I would like to get I'm just gonna park my headers right out here for right now. Well, that's easy to get to. Go grab the corn header. Oh. There we go. I'll just leave. We're going to be using the corn header, so I'll go ahead and leave that on there for right now. And we'll go ahead and park the combine right here. Get a parking spot for it. I'm gonna sell off that wagon, so in that planter we'll take the collection wagon over and put it away. Now, nothing's saying that you guys have to use this setup, this layout that I've put here. This is what I've kind of found to be. I like using these sheds here. It's a lot easier to use, and I can see what I got without having to open doors and everything else. I know a lot of people like the doored, and eventually I'll switch over into the doored ones, but I like using these to start off with. They're cheap. And they do the job. And they don't look bad, really. I don't think they do, anyway. Whoop. Took that one too sharp. Now, and roughly to get started in the grass and making silage bales, it depends on what you get and everything else. You can do silage different ways. Like I said earlier, you can take and put down a bunker silo if you want and just make your silage that way. Get you a loader, load it out of the bin. I've done that before, out of the bunker, and put it in a wagon. The easiest way I find to do it, though, is by getting a baler and baling it all up. And I can't stress it more, this is how I start off. I'm making money for my farm. So here in a little bit we're going to shut off them government society signs so we could have everything that we do that from now on will be 100% profit from our farm. And like I said, see, the signs have helped out a little bit. Just for 3 hours worth of work, it's got us some more equipment, a couple more fields that we can work with, and it kind of keeps us entertained with it all. And that's the main thing, is keeping your interest into the game, because if you don't keep your interest into the game, you're not going to want to play. So, and like I said in the first stream, if you think you're just going to come in here and start running with big equipment and stuff like that, but not use any money cheats or anything else like that, it's probably not going to happen for you. And I don't like seeing people get bored with the game and everything else, so I kind of try showing different little ways that you can do things to make it more, to keep your interest in the things. If you are looking for another map other than the 3 original maps that came out with the game, I do recommend you download No Man's Land, because if you have a creative bone in you, then by golly, you'll love that map. You can do forestry on it. You can do pretty much everything you want to do in the game. If you wanted to do a 4,000 acre field of sugar cane, you could do it, because you could create it yourself. I guess today, like I said earlier, they released a new map called the construction map. It's kind of around the same principles. It has a couple sell points and stuff like that, but other than that, Alien Jim does an awesome job with his maps. I played almost every one of them in FS19. There might have been 1 or 2 I didn't play on just because it wasn't my style. I don't like real close-knit maps. I'll play them and I'll give them a chance and everything else, but like Calmson, I started up on it. I haven't been back to it in a couple days, but I've also been sick in my defense. So, but the biggest thing about FS22 is you can go down so many paths and do so many different things that it's completely kind of up to you. You know, you can do like little role plays. You can do just, okay, this is my farm. I'm going to farm it how I want to farm it, and that's the way it's going to be. And that's the good thing about this game, is there ain't no like set guidelines. Oh, you got to go kill 50 of these, or you got to go chop down 20 of them in order to get the newer and bigger and better mower. No, you work at it a little bit, and you'll get that new mower. You know, it's just, like I said, I can't say it enough. It's all around a pretty fun game to play, I think. I'm sure other people agree with me on it, that it's not a bad game. If it was a bad game, then you wouldn't have so many people playing it. But I like it a lot. Used to be a big World of Warcraft player, and I just kind of got out of it in the last year or two. So this one was eyeballing FS19, and I started watching. I believe it was Farmer Cop and Clutch Simulations, I think who it was, and they got me interested in the game a lot. And I've noticed that you can do other things on the game other than farming, and that was what sparked my interest a lot. And here we are. Now I'm streaming my own stuff and putting out videos. Which, speaking of which, I think I do have a video coming out tomorrow. Another how-to video. So keep an eye out for that. And if you have subscribed, make sure you hit that little bell button to let you know when content comes out, so you'll know and you can go check it out if you want. get all this stuff put away, and I want to show you real quick here how to get rid of these government subsidy signs. So we're going to go into your construction tab underneath your cell tab. You're going to go up to wherever one's at. So there's one right here. So we're going to hit demolish, and you click on it. And it's going to ask if you're sure you want to get rid of it. So just click yes. And we'll do the same thing to the other one we put up. So you can click on that sign. Yes. So them signs have been sold. So now we won't have any more money coming in extra other than what we bring into the farm, which is cool. We got a good little startup for us, a little small farm. We got enough money to make sure that we can stay in business for a couple of years at least. And that's going to probably be getting close. As soon as we get this equipment put away, it'll probably be close to wrapping up the stream. We'll do our outro, and then we'll call her a good day. We'll finish putting this equipment up here. And I might come in, and I don't think there's anything left to do for the day. Might get the water, or get our greenhouses up and going. That's probably about it. So I'm going to sell off that grain wagon and that planter and the other rock crusher. To do that, we just go into your garage. You can haul them back up to the store and get a little bit more money for them. I'm not going to worry about the little bit of money right now. So in our trailers, we have this one. We're going to get $10,000 for it, so we'll go ahead and sell it. And I'll buy a new one. Stone pickers, we're going to get rid of this one. We're going to get $20,000 for it. So we'll get rid of that one. What was the other thing? Planter, the cedar. We'll go ahead and get rid of this little guy. So there, we got rid of all that equipment. Let's look in the sales store, see if there's anything. There is a telehandler in there for 32 grand. Yeah, we'll hold off on that for right now. So now we can take and park the tractors, put them away for right now, which I like using this little red barn. Seems like it's going to be a good spot to park my tractors for right now. Whoa, maybe not. Gonna have to watch that. Huh. That was funny because I drove the combine in there earlier in the series and it didn't fall through the floor. Then we'll go over here. That one there, and then the Massey. We'll take a park over in one of the lean-to areas that has some room. That's why I left that rock, a roller there. So there we go. We will speed up time a little bit. We'll get it rolling into it, and we'll kind of do an overview of what we've gotten done for the day. So we'll switch back out here. There I am. I'm all beautiful. See? So today we kind of went over quite a bit, a little bit more stuff. Quite a bit, actually. I showed you how to use the government society signs to help you out a little bit. Now, with that being said, it's all up to you on if you want to use them or if you don't. It does help out quite a bit. Hold on here. I'm going to have to slow down our time in a second. it does give you generate a little bit more money for you. And like I said, I don't consider it cheating because, like I said, my grandfather used to use government programs to get money in for the farm. In rough times, you lease out land and stuff like that. They don't offer that here in Farm Sim, so that's about the closest that you can get to it. So, like I said, it's up to you if you want to use that. That's one option that you can do, or you can just do a normal gameplay and play it out and play it out and play it out and see where you get. We started off all of our fields that have crop in. There's only one or two that had crop in. I didn't do the radishes because or not radishes, sugar beets. Sorry, we didn't harvest sugar beets because I don't have the equipment or the means and stuff right now, and it takes a little bit of time to do that. And so for our first go around, I just figured I'd just plow them up, and then we'll go ahead and plant grass in there and connect them two fields together. So we connected the two fields together. We got another grass field up and growing. So come tomorrow, we'll have to fertilize that. Our first grass field could be ready to mow and bale. We'll have to take a look at that. It usually takes 2 to 3 days to get a grass field ready to go. And we did purchase a new soybean field. And if you look around on the map here, I'll show you real quick. Around 52, there's a bunch of grass area. So probably from this road here, around this tree line, back, we might be able to get a little bit of grass, and we can turn that into bale. So we might, well, I know we'll mow around 52 tomorrow, and we'll bale it up and let them sit for a day. If we can harvest 49, we'll go ahead and harvest 49, and then we'll see where we're at then. I'd like to take this time to thank Big E Farming for coming in and giving me a shout. Maria, thanks for coming in and watching the video. If you guys have any questions or anything else like that, feel free to give me a shout. I'll answer as fast as I can. With that being said, this is Bonehead. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.